started having some interesting conversations with clients recently, and the conversation goes something like this. I am creating my content on YouTube. I'm launching my podcast. I'm starting to email my list, but I don't feel like it's growing fast enough. I want it to grow faster. I want to speed up the process. And I feel like I have a very small audience right now. How do I get in front of more people? So of course, the answer is one of two things: produce content faster or spend time and money on paid advertising. Because the reality is, if you want to grow your audience, you want to grow your reach, you have to do some sort of way of accelerating how you're engaging with more people and getting a bigger audience. For most folks, the idea of creating more content is a very, very hard no. And that's okay. You don't actually have to be a full-time content creator in order to grow your brand and grow your business. What I want to emphasize in this video is the role of paid media. So actually paying for ads on your social platforms. I'm going to be focusing specifically on Instagram, Facebook here, but this also applies to other platforms like TikTok or LinkedIn. There are two ways that you can approach paid media. If you're wanting to grow your audience and get more reach, meaning more eyeballs on you and your content, and you are utilizing Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or any other social platform as your main source for connection with your audience, then the real thing that you can do here, if you want to start so simple, is just having boosts behind your post, aka throwing a little bit of money at each post that you make to have it reach a wider audience. This is good if you're just wanting to get more eyes on your content, but the challenge when we're only focusing on boosting content is we don't have any real control over the targeting of what that content is for. When we're talking about targeting, I'm referring to things like, who is it actually engaging with? How do we know those people? And how do we know if they're the right people who are interested in what we're doing? So that you can reach more people like you actually want, not just any person who's going to engage with your content. Boosting posts is great for engagement and reach, and it will help gain new subscribers or new followers on these channels. But subscribers and people following you doesn't always equate to revenue generated, nor does it necessarily mean that you are owning that asset. So the second thing that we look at when we're looking at paid media on Meta is actual campaigns. Now, I understand firsthand the challenge that comes with Meta and the incredibly non-intuitive UI that they have on the platform. It's gotten more complex over the years, and it does take a bit of adapting to make it make sense. We'll cover more of that in future tutorial videos. But what I want to emphasize here is when we go from just boosting posts, meaning putting a little bit of ad spend behind your videos or your photos or reels, to actually creating a targeted campaign strategy that's focused on building your list. Meaning instead of just having a post going out, you have an ad that's going to be running, driving people to opt into your freebie or join your workshop or whatever it is that you're trying to get them to take an action on. The benefit of doing something like this is now you have a lot more control on the back end with Meta on being able to set who the audience is, how you want it to go out, where you want it to show up, testing different variations of the creative, different variations of the copy, sending them directly to your opt-in page or your sales page or whatever that is. And then of course, being able to track and retarget with this wonderful thing called a pixel. It's what gives you so much more control over your retargeting. I want to emphasize here that this is something that you can do, whether you are a nutritionist, a fitness coach, a health and wellness provider, a therapist, a dietitian, and all of the other things above. You don't have to be a master at paid media. You can learn how to make it work for you, and you can start incredibly small. The other thing that I want to emphasize here is the actual budget, what makes sense, and then more importantly, what kind of ad strategy is actually relevant for your business. So two things here. Let's start with the ad budget. And then we're going to talk about what kind of campaign strategies make sense for where you are in your business and what your goals are. The first thing with budget, you can start with a very small budget. If you only have $5 per day to throw at your ads, that's okay. Starting with a small budget is better than starting with no budget. Now, I would say at the bare minimum, starting with $5 a day. And then if you can work up to $10 to $15 or more, amazing. We want to have clear understanding of what those numbers are. And it needs to be money that you are okay spending, recognizing that it's not going to be a direct ROI. When you're spending the $5, $10 a day, you're not expecting to see that returned right away. You're investing in your audience and building your reach. So we have to have that shift in our perception and understanding in our relationship to what we're spending money on and what the return is going to be. In this first stage of advertising, which we'll call essentially lead acquisition and client awareness. You're not focusing on direct sales. So it's not, I'm spending $100 or $300 a month to get $1,500 in sales. I'm spending this money per month to focus on building my list, building my audience, who I will then be retargeting for my sales process. So step one in your marketing, step one in your ad campaign is exactly that: lead acquisition, brand awareness. The next type of campaign, which you can have a different and our additional budget for, is a retargeting campaign. And a retargeting campaign is pretty simple. It sounds complicated, but it doesn't have to be. It's just putting ads in front of people who've already seen your content and engaged with you in some way. And what you're doing is you're showing them ads that are either engaging with them more, talking more about who you are and what you do, sharing case studies or other relative content that's going to help them move forward in that consideration phase, and also helping them actually purchase and enroll. So if you're selling a course or a membership, it can be something that's directly going into saying, hey, learn more about purchasing the product or offer, and it goes direct to the sales page. We use retargeting campaigns so that we're actually targeting people who've shown interest, not just cold audiences who don't know anything about us, because it tends to be a lower cost per sale versus trying to go direct to a cold audience. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I made early on, and I know a lot of people have made, is wanting to use paid media and advertising on Instagram and Facebook, expecting it to be this huge thing that's going to make them a bunch of money, and where they just put in a bunch of money on ads and it suddenly turns into a bunch of clients. It's not the case. Unfortunately, it would be great if it did, but then everyone would be millionaires. So the reality is it's a giant fun lab experiment, and it requires data. And every single part of what you're doing with paid media needs to be done through the lens of collecting data and information and making data-informed decisions about how you move forward in each step. It's saying, I'm going to focus first on lead acquisition and brand awareness and having more people know I exist, getting more eyes on me and my business. And then in that second stage, it's retargeting, nurturing and building that consideration phase and moving people into that conversion phase where they're actually enrolling in what you're doing. This is how you can start to think about paid media as it works for your business. Now, the other question that I tend to get here is, do I need to be creating consistent content on social platforms, or do I even need to be on social media when it comes to paid advertising? The short answer is no, you don't. You don't actually have to be constantly creating content on social in order for you to use paid media on social. And you don't need to be driving people to your social media page if you don't want to. You can have paid campaigns that are going direct to your opt-in pages, your sales pages, your webinar pages. So people don't even need to go to your social media. If you are using social media, then you can have people go there if you want to fill in more engagement and people interacting with your content. Now, all of that being said, let's talk about the preparatory work that needs to be done before spending money on paid ads. Number one, you need to have a pixel and ideally a website set up and integrated together. In my personal opinion, you should also have a Google Analytics account and Google Search Console set up so you can track how people are engaging with you and your content. The next thing that you need to have is a way to capture emails. I talk about this a lot in my videos, but it is one of the most crucial things that you can do to grow your business. You need to have an email list. Period. If you don't know where to start with that and you need a software for that, feel free to check out the link in the description. You can learn more about OBA and what we do, and also get access to all of our fun templates along with tutorials and resources. The email list building process is pretty straightforward and simple. You need an opt-in page, a thank you page, and an email sequence. 3 core assets. But once you have that, now you have something to actually run your ads to and get people off of just social media and over onto your email list, aka your owned assets. Once you have your email list, your actual website, and your pixel set up, the final thing is going into creating your content for what your ads are going to be running to. Depending on what your strategy is, if you're just doing lead acquisition and brand awareness, you need to know where you want to bring these people into. Are you wanting to have them come onto your YouTube channel, opting in to view your podcast, joining just your email list, coming to your website, going to a webinar? Knowing where it is you want to direct people and how you want to leverage that attention is crucial for understanding how you're going to set up your campaigns. In my personal opinion, having a way to actually get people onto your email list is probably the most valuable way to spend your budget initially. And in that case, all you really need is to create the first ad campaign, which can be really simple and we'll cover in future tutorials. Once you start producing your ad campaigns, then it's understanding the actual reporting and metrics. This is where that beautiful CRM system, the software that you're going to use, is going to be so important, and being able to track and see the analytics behind how it's performing. When you do have these systems set up, you're able to look at the data and see, great, my ads are bringing in this amount of people, but more importantly, how are those people actually turning into customers and potential clients? Are they opting in? Are they applying for your services? Are they going to your sales pages, your checkout pages? And if so, what percentage of those people are actually converting? When you have all of this data and this information, you're able to make better decisions about how to grow the business. So again, if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you are curious to learn more about what I do and how we can work together, be sure to check the links down in the description below to learn more about our software, but also to learn more about our membership, where we go more in depth into the education and strategy, as well as providing ongoing weekly support via live Zooms. So I hope to see you in future videos. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more content like this on your feed. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos.